the high priest's spiritual vessel could not have any kind of negativity. Okay? In other words, if the high priest had any stinkin thinking left in his consciousness, then when the Creator's energy came in, the vessel would break and the high priest would die. And this was actually such a chronic problem. This is funny in a weird way. It was such a chronic problem that they had to tie a rope around the high priest's ankle. So if he went into the Holy of Holies and invoked the light and fell dead, they could pull him back out. They lost a lot of high priests that way, year after year. Now, this idea is so important that it is reiterated in the New Testament. In the book of Acts, in chapter 5. This weird story that makes no sense. It is the story of Ananias and Sapphira. The story goes that they sold some property. And when they got the money for the property, they kept some of it for themselves and gave the rest to Peter and the apostles. And they fell dead. And so we want to know, why did they die? Was the Holy Spirit killing people? It's like Noah. The Holy Spirit's killing people these days? No. Like the high priest, who, if he had selfishness in his vessel, then when the light came in, the vessel would break, and they'd have to reel him back out with a rope. Ananias and Sapphira had selfishness in their spiritual vessel. And when the light came into their selfish vessel, the light and the selfishness were incompatible. The vessel broke, and they fell dead. Okay? Now, change your thinking, change your life. It's still true. But it means more than just cosmetic, more than just a surface, more than a surface kind of a makeover. Change your thinking means you have to go deep, and you have to have a real inner transformation. And the books can help, and the classes can help, and study can help, and positive affirmation can help. Sunday morning can help. There's so many things that can help, but the real transformation doesn't happen on Sunday morning. The real transformation in our thinking, the real change in our thinking occurs when, in the way we treat one another. When we share with one another, when we share, especially when the sharing is difficult, especially when the sharing is inconvenient, we really don't want to do this, especially when the sharing is inconvenient, and we share anyway, we're clearing out our vessel so the light of God can be made manifest. When we love one another, especially when we don't want to, we don't have time. We don't want to love those people over there. I mean, like, I got to smell funny or something, you know, and we don't want to love them. Okay, but when we do, we make the effort and we go and we love them anyway, we're clearing out our vessel for the light of God to fill it. When we answer rudeness with patience and kindness, we're clearing out our vessel. Now, here's a secret. When we ask proactively and we say, please, Holy Spirit, show me where my vessel is full up with me, then we're actually, that's what working with God and partnering with God and co-creating with God actually means. Show me where my vessel is full of me so we can get rid of it. We become partners with God rather than being a pouting child who wants what he wants, the way he wants it, when he wants it. There is a very beautiful statement in Psalm 20, verse 10. It says, it's so beautiful in Hebrew, it says, Hamelech yeinenu v'yom kreinu. It's so beautiful. Hamelech yeinu v'yom kreinu. The King will answer us on the day we call. And it's true. But, like Noah, we have to have a vessel. Like Gideon, it has to be empty. If we changed our stinking thinking, but our stinking life did not change, it's because the vessel is being cleared out and cleaned out. In other words, if there's still some selfish or fearful or anxious or worried, stinky stuff in the vessel, we can now act proactively on our own and take the responsibility to clean it out, because In that way, when our prayer is answered, it will reveal a light that will elevate the whole world, and that's what it's really all about. Now, what if we've done all of that and it just don't quite work? Here's a special tool for you. From the 72 names of God, which have been known for centuries but only really brought into the mainstream 15 years ago by Rabbi Yehuda Berg, we have names of power. This is the name of power, Hey, Yud, Yud. You get the book called 72 Names of God, read all about it. Hey, Yud, Yud. This is a name for helping us change our railroad track when that railroad track just won't change. This is the tool to make it happen. Now, it just so happens that tonight there's a special opening after sunset. It will be open for 25 hours. If you got an area that just won't shift, after sunset, light a candle that you can leave burning until it completely burns out and there's nothing left until the morning. And meditate with your 72 name, Hey, Yud, Yud. It should be in your bulletin. If you don't have a bulletin, there's a stack of them out there on the table. Meditate with that to clean out your vessel, so the light of God can be made manifest. Okay? It's a wonder and it's a miracle, just like you are. One people, one planet. Peace.